The first thing you want to keep in mind with this song is that it's originally tuned to E flat, so that just means that all the strings are tuned 1/2 step lower than normal. But for this video, I'm going to play it in standard tuning just to make it easier. But if you go and play along with the original song, you're going to need to tune it down. The first thing I want to do is just show you the chords in order, and then we'll talk about how to strum them and the pattern. But the first chord we're going to do is E5, so this is going to be up on the A string 7th fret, and then 9th fret, and 9th fret. So that's our first chord, E5. Next chord, all we need to do is move up one string. So now we're on 7 on the E string and 9 and 9. This is B5, so E5, E5. We're just gonna move this up 2 frets, same strings right here. So we're on 9 and 11. This is called D flat 5. So E5, E5, D flat. Now we're gonna move all the way down, same strings, but we're gonna go to 4 and 6. So this is A flat 5. Then we move up 1 fret to A. Back to the first chord, which was E5, and then back to B. So let's recap that. So E5, B, D flat, A flat, A, E, and B. So that chord progression is real simple. The harder part in playing this song correctly is really the right hand. A couple things we want to keep in mind here. First of all, we want to down pick everything in the song, and the other thing is that we want to palm mute a lot of it, but not all of it. And if you listen to the song, you'll hear what I'm talking about. There's a lot of palm muted strums, but then there's these accents that aren't palm muted, like there's a lot of that kind of thing. So let me show you a pattern that'll get you started. He doesn't necessarily do it this way every time in the song, but this is mostly what he's doing. So if you can get this down, you'll be real close. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a pattern. We're gonna count to 8, and I'll show you which strums you're gonna not mute. So those will sound accented, they'll kind of jump out. And basically, like I said, it's patterns of 8. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna accent 3, 6, and 8. So we're gonna mute everything else. So I'll show you what I mean. So 1, 2, 3. So that's the first thing. So I'm going mute, mute, and then I'm taking my palm off of the strings to accent it. 1, 2, 3. So the next one's going to be on 6. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the last accent's going to be on 8. So again, we got an accent on 3 and on 6 and on 8. I'll do it really slow a few times and I'll speed it up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're getting real close to what he's doing. And he's basically keeping that pattern more or less and then switching chords. So hopefully you can start to hear how that's coming together. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, so as you do this, you want to just start real slow, count it out loud, and then speed it up gradually, and then you'll get there pretty soon. Let's look at the next section of the song. This is the part where he's saying, sometimes I give myself the creeps. It sounds kind of like this. So I'm doing pretty much the same strumming pattern than I showed you last time, but the chords are a little different. So the first chord is A5, so 5th fret on the E string, 7th fret on the others. We're gonna do 8 of those, and we can do that same pattern we did. Just 8 of them. Then we're gonna move up 2 frets to the 7th fret. Then we're gonna move down 1 string. So we're back to this first chord we played, this E5 on the 7th fret of the A string. So we repeat that. Go back, do it again. And as you notice there, this was 8 counts. This was 8. This was twice as long, so it was 8 2 times. And then the last time he does it, it's the same on those two, but when he switches back to E5, now he's gonna stop palm muting. And he's just gonna strum it outright like that. And then we're gonna move down to the 5th fret on the A string, so D5. And then 1 more down, D flat, 5. So let's go from the beginning of this section. So that was E5, and then so 2 strums on D5, and then 2 on D flat 5. And then back to A, and then back to B. Next up, we got this little part. So this part has 4 chords. It's the same 4 chords that we've played before, but the strumming's a little different. The main thing we want to do is strum twice and then stop it. And then move up to the next chord, which is B5, stop, and then back. One more thing I wanted to show you, in the verse section of this song, and also during where there's this kind of breakdown, he swaps out 1 chord, and I'll show you what I mean. So just like in the beginning chord progression, we started here on this E5 and then went on. But you'll see in the verse, when he starts singing, he swaps this chord out for a regular E major chord. And other than that, it's the same, although we're not going to palm mute anything. So let's hear how that sounds.